See electronic configurations, then electronic configurations of d block elements, then atomic number Z is equal to 21 to 30 is very important. So if atomic number Z is equal to 21, then the element is called as scandium. Its representation is Sc, scandium. Scandium contains how many electrons are present? 21 electrons are present, because for atoms the number of electrons is equal to atomic number. Okay, so 21 electrons we need to distribute according to their energy levels in its subcells. See, 2 electrons in first cell, lower energetic subcell. What is that lower energetic cell? Is 1s is lower energy, then 2s, and then 2p, and then 3s, and then 3p, and then 4s, and then 3d. Like the energy order of different atomic orbitals we are discussed according to Aufbau rule. Now we have to fill the 21 electrons we have. The 21 electrons we have to arrange in different atomic orbitals. Okay, first 2 electrons are present in 1s, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, because p subcell, 2p subcell maximum it takes 6 electrons. Okay, then still electrons are present, then next electrons goes to 3s, then 3s can take maximum 2 electrons, that's why 3s2. Next 3p is present, 3p can take maximum how many electrons? 6 electrons will take. See, up to this 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, how many electrons are present? 18 electrons. That is argon configuration. That is argon. Argon means helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. These all are noble gases. Are 18th group elements. The 18th group elements, the valence shell is completely filled. These are the inner cells. What is the inner cell? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. These 18 electrons are present. It is completely filled. Then the next electrons goes to still how many are present? 3 electrons are present. The 3 electrons, 2 electrons present in 4s, and the next last electron enters into the 3d. So the last electron is present in d orbitals. That's a scandium. Is belongs to d block element. Is belongs to d block element. Up to 18 electrons we can represent it as electron configuration of argon. It is noble gas. So it is this is complete electronic configuration. It is shortcut electronic configuration. So mostly we have to use this only. So argon 4s2 3d1, because argon why I use it is inner cells. Inner cells are completely filled, are completely paired. Paired electronic configuration is present. That's why inner shell electrons are not responsible for involving any chemical bonding. Valence shell or outermost shells only involving in chemical bonding. That's why this argon 4s2 3d1 is the electronic configuration of scandium. Our complete electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1, 4s2, 3d1. That is the complete electronic configuration. This can also be writing as argon 4s2, 3d1, argon 4s2, 3d1. Let's see next 22. Titanium. 22 means see 3d. The 22nd electron is also enters in 3d, because 3d can take maximum how many electrons? 10 electrons it will take. Then the 22nd electron means 3d2. So directly here I will write my shortcut electron configuration. Argon 18 electrons, 4s2 3d2, 4s2 3d2. Next 23. Vanadium, this argon 4s2 3d3. See here the next Z is equal to 24. Chromium is very important. It is abnormal electronic configuration is present. For example, normal electronic configuration, tell me ma'am, Z is equal to 24. Its normal electronic configuration is argon 4s2 3d4. Okay, half filled. Actually d orbital is completely filled, means how many electrons are present? 10 electrons are present. Half filled means how many? 5 electrons are present. In order to get half filled, For 3d4 requires how many electrons? One electron is required. Then that one electron jumps from 4s to 3d. Then it is stable as argon 4s1 3d5. It is half filled. Abnormal electronic configuration. Why this chromium having abnormal electronic configuration? If the atoms having half filled electronic configuration are completely filled electronic, that only I am saying observe. Why it is existing in half filled electronic configuration means the atoms which are having half filled or completely filled electronic configuration is present, then the atoms are existing in more stable, means stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration means half filled or completely filled electronic configurations are present, that atoms are more stable. So the chromium, in order to get one half filled electronic configuration, one electron is required in 3d orbitals. That's why that one electron is taking from 4s. The one electron is taking from 4s, then it is stable in the form of 4s1 3d5. 4s1 3d5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. According to Hund's maximum multiplicity rule, 5 electrons are present in 3D, means how they will fill sma. Each atomic orbital is filled with at least one electron, then only after pairing will take place. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, see, if you observe this, all electrons are in parallel spin. Means all are in the same direction. So parallel spin, and the spin is only parallel spin, means the spin values are only plus half. This is plus half, this is plus half, plus half, plus half, and plus half. Means it is half filled electronic configuration. EC means electronic configuration is stable. Half filled electronic configuration is stable. Vanadium is not possible, ma. Vanadium, it won't. Maximum one electron can able to jump. Not possible 2 electrons for chromium. Means in 3D series, means scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel and copper, zinc, in which maximum one electron jumps from 4s to 3D in order to get either half filled electronic configuration or completely filled electronic configuration. So whenever the atoms or ion having half filled electronic configurations or completely filled electronic configuration is present, it is stable electronic configuration. It is a stable electronic configuration. So here actually normally means it is 4s to 3d4, but is originally experimentally the electronic configuration of chromium is existing in the form of 4s1 3d5. That's why it is abnormal electronic configuration. Chromium and copper, those are having abnormal electronic configurations. Let's see next. Chromium. Next one, 25. Manganese, that is argon 4s2 3d5. D5 means half filled. 4s is completely filled. 26, iron, manganese, argon 4s2 3d6. Remaining normal only. 27, cobalt, argon 4s2 3d7. 28, nickel, argon 4s2 3d8. Next, 29, that is copper. 29 means actually that is equal to 29 means argon 4s2 3d9. It is normal electronic configuration 4s2 3d9, but d9 means d10 is completely filled. So it is in order to stabilize the electronic configuration of Copper, Z is equal to 29. One electron jumps from 4s to 3d. Then it is stable in the form of argon 4s1 3d10. It is abnormal electronic configuration. Abnormal electronic configuration. Understand? So, in D block elements in 3D series, Z is equal to 24. Chromium has abnormal electronic configuration and copper has abnormal electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration of chromium? 4s1 3d5. Argon 4s1 3d5 is correct, not argon 4s2 3d4. Okay, it is not correct because it is stable in the form of 4s1 3d5. In the same way, copper also is stable in the form of argon 4s1 3d10. Okay, next zinc. Z is equal to 30, that is zinc. Its electronic configuration is argon 4s2 3d10. 4s2 3d10 means it is completely filled electronic configuration. Okay, so like the electronic configurations are present. Now for some of the atoms having abnormal electronic configurations. So what are the atoms having abnormal electronic configuration in periodic table? That we will discuss now. Let's see abnormal electronic configurations. Abnormal electronic configurations. Generally, the atoms which are having half fill are completely filled. Completely filled electronic configuration. EC means electronic configuration present. It is stable. It is a stable electronic configuration. Stable electronic configuration. In order to get some of the atoms to get extra stability. To get extra stability having abnormal electronic configurations. Having abnormal electronic configuration. Why they are having abnormal electronic configurations are present, man? Because of to getting stable electronic configuration. Which is stable electronic configuration? Half filled or completely filled electronic configurations are called stable electronic configuration. So some of the atoms they are getting half filled or completely filled electronic configurations. For getting half filled or completely filled electronic configuration, what is happening, man? 4s some sl orbital electrons are jumps from s orbital to d orbitals. Mostly that abnormal electronic configurations are present in d block elements as well as in f block elements. D block elements as well as in f block elements. Regarding f block elements electronic configurations and all we will discuss in second POC. Now let's see some of the d block elements. What are the d block elements having abnormal electronic configurations are present? Already two we have discussed earlier only, that is the first one is chromium. Z is equal to 24. Chromium Z is equal to 24. Its electronic configuration: argon 4s1 3d5. It's very clear. In chromium group, chromium, molybdenum, they are just 18 plus 18, then we will get molybdenum atomic number is equal to 42. Molybdenum atomic number is equal to 42. Then its electronic configuration: krypton. Krypton is atomic number is 36. Krypton 5s1 45. 5s1 45. Because chromium, molybdenum both are present in the same group. Both are present in the same group. Then chromium atomic number is 24. Molybdenum atomic number is 42. Then the outer shell electronic configuration is same. But here the outer shell is 4s3d. Here 5s4d will comes. N is equal to 5, here N is equal to 4, then N minus 1 is equal to, N minus 1 cell is 3D, here N minus 1 cell is 4D. Okay, chromium, molybdenum. The same way, copper, silver, gold. Copper, silver and gold. These all are in the same group. Copper atomic number, we know that is equal to 29. Its electronic configuration is argon. Argon means 18 electrons over. The remaining electrons present in 4s1 3d10. 4s1 3d10. Next, copper, silver. 18 you have had. Then we'll get the atomic number is 747. Okay, silver atomic number is 47. Then the electronic configuration is krypton 36 over. Then the remaining electrons present in 5s1 4d10. 5s1 4d10. Copper, silver, gold. So you want gold atomic number means plus 32. Those are called magic figures. We will discuss that atomic numbers, how to remember in the same group. That we will discuss in periodic classification of elements. So the gold atomic number is 79. Z is equal to 79. The electronic configuration is next noble gas what man? Argon, krypton, xenon. Xenon atomic number is 54. The remaining electrons enters into the 4 electrons, 14 electrons present in 4s14. Next, 6s1, 5d10. 4s14, 6s1 and 5d10. This is the abnormal electronic configurations. Okay. In the same way, platinum, palladium and platinum also having abnormal electronic configuration is present. Those are present in the nickel group, nickel, palladium and platinum. So why they having abnormal electronic configurations are present ma? In order to get half filled or completely filled electronic configuration, 1 or 2 electrons are jumps from 4s to 3d. Here only 1 electron is jumping. But palladium and platinum, 2 electrons are jumps from s orbital to d orbital. ns orbital to n minus 1 d orbitals. That is abnormal electronic configurations also observed in palladium and platinum. Understand? Anybody have doubt? Let inform me. Avai, Afjal, Nishchal, Rani. Okay. Okay, students, this is about electronic configurations and some other exceptional electronic configurations present in D block elements. Okay, let's see. Very important concept in JEE mains and NEET examination, especially. That concept more and more details we'll discuss in but still, however, in first PUC, objective materials also they have related questions are present. That's why I will discuss about that. That is magnetic properties. Magnetic properties. Okay, generally the atoms are ions having magnetic properties. Yes, ma'am. Magnetic properties. Magnetic properties means some of the atoms are ions having unpaired electrons. Some of the atoms are ions having unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons means single electrons. Mostly the unpaired electrons are present in outermost shell only. That's why outermost shell electronic configuration is very important. Okay, some of the atoms are ions having unpaired electrons. Having unpaired electrons, these atoms or ions has magnetic properties. Magnetic properties. These magnetic properties can be measured in terms of magnetic moment. It can be measured in terms of magnetic momentum. What is the symbol for magnetic momentum? Nu. So how to calculate magnetic momentum? Magnetic momentum, nu is equals to root over n into m plus 2 dm. Unit C is called Bohr magnetons, where n is equal to number of unpaired electrons. So if n is called number of unpaired electrons. If n is equal to 1 means one unpaired electron is present, then the mu is equals to root 3. Okay. If n value and mu value, n is equal to 1, mu is equals to root 3. 1 into 1 plus 2 means root 3 is equal to 1.73. Bohr magnetons. N is equal to 2, then you substitute 2 into 2 plus 2. 2 into 2 plus 2 means root 8. Root 8 value is less than 3. Is nothing but 2.8 Bohr magnetons. Next, n is equal to 3 means 3 into 3 plus 2. Bm means Bohr magnetons. It is the units for magnetic momentum. Magnetic momentum we are measuring in terms of Bohr magnetons. Okay. N is equal to 3. 3 into 3 plus 2 means root 15. Root 15 value is less than 4 because root 16 is 4. Root 15 is less than 4 means is approximately 3.8 Bohr magnetons. N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 means root of 4 into 4 plus 2. Root 24. Root 24 value is less than 5. Means 4.9 Bohr magnetons. Next, N is equal to 5. 5 into 5 plus 2. Root 35. Root 35 value is 5.9 Bohr magnetons. So these are the n values N means number of unpaired electrons. Mostly the atoms are ions. Mostly D block elements are D block atoms or D block element ions having magnetic properties or magnetic nature. So magnetic nature is mainly depends on number of unpaired electrons. If the unpaired electrons are present, they have some magnetic momentum is present. Then how much magnetic moment? Magnetic moment is measuring in terms of root over n into n plus 2. If magnetic momentum n value, nu value is increases, then that paramagnetic character will be increases. Let's see. If n is equal to 0, then nu is equal to 0. So number of unpaired electrons are 0 means unpaired electrons are absent. Unpaired electrons are absent means all electrons are paired. Absent. That is diamagnetic nature. Diamagnetic nature. So when the atom or ions are called diamagnetic, if number of unpaired electrons is 0, then magnetic moment is 0, then that atoms or ions are called diamagnetic substances. If n not equal to 0, n not equal to 0, then the magnetic moment nu is also not equal to 0, then that is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic substances are paramagnetic nature. Okay. Next, if n value increases, paramagnetic nature increases. Paramagnetic nature increases. Okay, so we'll calculate that magnetic properties. How to calculate? I will give you a few examples. Let's see this concept. Understand everyone? So magnetic properties means some of the transition metals or transition metal ions, mostly d block elements. They having unpaired electrons. Due to the presence of unpaired electrons, they having magnetic properties. That magnetic property can be measured in terms of magnetic momentum. That magnetic momentum mu formula is equal to root over n into n plus 2 Bohr magnetons. Bohr magnetons is units for magnetic momentum. That n refers to the number of unpaired electrons. If n is equal to 1, then mu is equal to root 3 Bohr magnetons. Root 3 value 1.73, it is fixed. For d block elements, maximum unpaired electrons, how many it is possible? D1, 1 unpaired electron is present. D2, 2 unpaired electrons. D3, 3 unpaired electrons. D4, 4 unpaired electrons. D5, 5 unpaired electrons. According to Hund's maximum multiplicity rule, D5 electronic configuration is present means they have 5 unpaired electrons is present. Again D6 means 1 pair will takes place. D6, 1 pair and 4 unpaired electrons are present. D7, then 2 will becomes pair, then 3 unpaired electrons may be present. D8 electronic configuration is present. D8, then D8 means how many unpaired electrons are present? Only 2 unpaired electrons are present. D8. D9 electronic configuration is present. Then 4 pairs, 4 orbitals will completely paired. 1 unpaired electron is present. D10, then 10 electrons present in d orbitals, then completely paired, then 0 unpaired electrons. Let's see the Bohr magneton value and all we will discuss in a chemical bonding chapter. Okay, again this magnetic momentum concept will repeats there, but now just here you remember mu is equals to n into n plus 2 Bohr magnetons. So what is the value of Bohr magneton? They will never ask. So calculate the new value in Bohr magneton units only. Okay, so maximum and minimum values these are. possible n values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then new value is 1.73, 2.8, 3.8, 4.9, 5.9. Let's see. I will give you one question. Copper plus 2, vanadium plus 2, chromium plus 2, Mn plus 2. Calculate its magnetic momentum. Calculate its new value and write paramagnetic nature order. Write increasing paramagnetic nature order. Okay, let's see next. First, copper. Z is equal to 29. Its electronic configuration is argon 4s1 3d10. Okay, copper. Now, what is the electronic configuration is required? Copper plus 2. Copper plus 2 means 2 electrons it lost from its valence shell. One electron from 4s, another electron from 3d. Its electronic configuration is argon 4s0 3d9. D9 means according to Hooke's magnum multiplicity rule, 9 electrons may have to distribute in 5 orbitals. First 1, 1, 1 fill. Next the remaining 5 over 6, 7, 8, 9. Then 1 electron, unpaired electrons, n is equal to 1. Then nu is equal to 1.73 Bohr magnetons. Copper plus 2 is paramagnetic nature because 1 unpaired electron is present. Next, the second one is vanadium. Vanadium Z is equal to 23. Its electronic configuration argon 4s2 3d3. 4s2 3d3. Vanadium plus 2. Vanadium plus 2 electronic configuration argon 4s0 3d3. 3d3 d3. 3 electrons. The 3 electrons are parallel spin electrons. According to Hooke's rule, we have to fill that 1 electron. All the orbitals are filled with at least 1 electron, then only pairing will take place. So n is equal to 3. N is equal to 3 means its magnetic moment new value is 3.8 Bohr magnetons. Okay, because new formula is root over n into n plus 2. Then n is equal to 3, substitute, then we'll get root 15. The root 15 value is 3.8. Next, third one, chromium 2 plus. Chromium 2 plus, chromium electronic configuration is, first you write that atom electronic configuration, argon 4s1 3d5. Chromium 2 plus, argon 4s0 3d4. d4 means n is equal to 4 unpaired electrons. n is equal to 4 means nu is equal to 4.9 Bohr magnetons. Next, fourth one, manganese. Z is equal to 25. Its electronic configuration argon 4s2 3d5. Then manganese Mn plus 2 electronic configuration argon 4s0 3d5. D5 means N is equal to 5. N is equal to 5 means mu is equal to 5.9 Bohr magnetons. 5.9 Bohr magnetons. So which having more paramagnetic nature? Mn plus 2 because M equal to 5. Next chromium 2 plus N is equal to 4. Then vanadium 2 plus N is equal to 3. Then copper plus 2 N is equal to 1. All are paramagnetic only. The paramagnetic nature are increasing